Many Australians are probably unaware that neighboring Indonesia has assumed the G20 presidency and will host the crucial meeting the world's largest economies for the first time in October. The theme for the summit in Bali will be Recover Together, Recover Stronger. We can all hope this will more closely to match global realities by then. Indonesia is well positioned to ensure the world focuses on the gap in the global pandemic response between developed and lower income countries, which threaten to prolong the crisis. And it has carved out a potentially influential role in the region by maintaining constructive relations with both China and the United States. This is a public disengagement, but this isn't the way Australians tend to think about their next door neighbor. Australians seem little engaged in what is generally considered a very important relation for a country. The Lowy Institute polls Australian attitudes to the world reveal limited knowledge about Indonesian system of government and national experience. Recent annual survey indicate only 39% of Australians agree that Indonesia is democracy, and just 37% believe its government has worked hard to fight terrorism. Only 178 university students were undertaking Indonesian language studies in 2019, down 63% from a peak of 503 in 1992. Australian business lack interest or capability when it comes to Indonesia. There has been little evidence of change since an Asia-linked business report in 2017 found 90% of the top Australian public companies were not adequately equipped to do business in Asia. Australia isn't front of mind for many Indonesians either. They naturally more focus on the pressing challenges and opportunities in the rest of Asia, specifically Southeast Asia and China. Bipartisan effort to prioritize the relationship, it wasn't always like this. Enthusiasm for Bahasa Indonesia grew rapidly in the early 1990s when it became a third most studied language in Australian schools. Its rise was supported by National Languages Policy introduced by the Hawke government, which highlighted the importance of Indonesian. The establishment of the new Colombo Plan by Foreign Minister Julie Bishop provided fresh momentum after 2013, supporting significant numbers of Australians to study Indonesian and other regional languages while extending their studies abroad. Governments can clearly play a role in stimulating public interest. Successive Australian administrations have certainly prioritized the official relations between the countries. Both the Keating and Howard government signing security agreement with Indonesia in 1995 and 2006 respectively. Morrison government has joined a predecessor in prioritizing Jakarta as destination for the minister's travel. A new trade agreement called the Indonesia-Australia Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement came into force in mid-2020, which built on a range of important economic and security arrangements between the countries. By reducing barriers to trade, this agreement provides the framework to boost bilateral trading links if business is willing. Fresh opportunities for trade despite this effort, the two countries are still strangers next door. Australians stand to lose most if the two countries remain this way. Indonesia is projected by some to be world's fifth largest economy by 2030 and fourth largest soon after that. It's already host to many megacities and a thriving digital economy. In fact, number of tech unicorn companies are developing relationships with the largest global technology platform. There are other areas of growth potential in trade relationships, including textile, fashion, food processing, healthcare services, and infrastructure development. But overall, bilateral trade remains too skewed toward traditional items such as petroleum, minerals, and live animals. The economic relation is underperforming as a result. In fact, trade between the two countries has declined to the point where Indonesia is now Australia's 14th largest trading partner behind Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. This cannot be fully explained why the pandemic's impact on tourism and education market. Indonesia should be factored into any Australian strategy to diversify its trading links away from China, but Australia will be fully positioned to take advantage of these opportunities unless something is done to address the lack of knowledge about Indonesian language, culture, and governments. Greater public awareness is what is needed. A truly mature relationship requires high level of public participation and awareness, and this needs work. The challenge is for Australia to stay informed about what Indonesia is becoming. This involves understanding the effort it has made to put its security challenges in the past, while also recognizing there are some areas where we may differ. The death penalty is on obvious case in point, and a really strong relation should be allowed for frank discussion on this and other human rights concerns. While there's a lot of ground to make up, there are some positive ingredients to work with. The 2020 Lowy Institute poll indicated Australian trust Indonesia as a nation has slipped recently, even if Australian knowledge of country and trust in its leader remain low. Science and technology ties remain strong, with some exciting joint research project by Australian and Indonesian university underway through the Partnership for Australian and Indonesian Research. And programs such as Australian Indonesia Youth Association indicate growing interest by young people in both countries to learn more about each other. Before the Australian federal election 2019, there were calls for any incoming government to stimulate fresh community understanding and awareness of this important relation. This case remains strong. Indonesia is changing, and Australia needs to keep up. The writer is a former ambassador and an adjunct professor at the School of Historical and Philosophy in Koori, the University of Queensland. This article is published from the Conversation under the Creative Commons license.